Welcome to our transfer window review. We are doing two parts of this. Stick with us. This is the first part. It's the negative. We're going to look at the bad parts of this window. But if it gets too sad, just keep in the back of your minds that the positives are to come. I suppose there's only one obvious place to start. Guys, big shock. People still coming to terms with it. Mac, you go first. Should Ryan Giggs have retired?
I can't even think about Ryan Giggs no more, you know.
Don't even
Took
joke
that
about
guy
it.
from me, lads. They took that guy from me, man. I'm absolutely heartbroken. You know what it is? It's not even like, obviously he's my favourite player, so there's that connection. But also, I believe like we've lost a lot of our identity over the last year or so, 12 months. We've lost Giggs, lost a lot of experienced players like Evra, lost Fergie obviously as well. And the team's changing, and I think we should have kept Danny Welbeck. Fair enough if he wants to leave. He didn't want to be fourth choice striker. He wants first team football. I can respect that. But I feel the club should have done something to hold on to him, because he's a great player. He's flexible. Louis van Gaal likes that. He had a good pre-season as well, playing in the 3-5-2, which is what I don't get. And he has a bright future ahead of him, I think.
Okay.
No one remembers Andy Cole being at Arsenal. They all remember him banging in the goals at Manchester United. And we're going to regret that exactly the same way, because Danny Welbeck will smash it for Arsenal.
Okay, let me ask Gaz. Just heard what Mac has said there. We'll move this on in a second, but would he even get in the team with all these players now?
No, I don't think he would have got in the team at all. I mean, if I was Danny Welbeck, then I don't blame him for leaving at all. I mean, how many appearances would he have honestly got this year? I mean, a lot of people criticised him in the past, not obviously United fans, but a lot of people criticised him in the past for his goal scoring record. But I just felt a lot of that was to do because he wasn't getting a good run of games, which he's going to get in Arsenal, and it's a team whose style suits him. And like what Max says, I do think he's going to smash it at Arsenal, and it's horrible to see.
But I think probably, I guess it's just because it's Arsenal, isn't it? If he'd gone to Inter Milan or somewhere like that, everyone would be like, yeah, good luck, Danny. Stephen, let me ask you this. United fans unanimously sort of gutted about the fact that Danny Welbeck has gone for several reasons, because he is a part of the identity and soul of United in that he's come from the youth system. Tom Cleverley is the same, and nobody cares that he's gone to Villa.
No, he's not.
Tell me why.
Tell you
Tom
why.
Cleverley's not the same.
Because people recognise quality, and Danny Welbeck is quality, and Tom Cleverley's not quality. I'm a Danny Welbeck fan, but I'm not as bad as these two dingbats here. I'm not sitting up with the curtains drawn, listening to Stop Crying Your Heart Out, sobbing.
That's me.
Eating chocolates. Right?
Jagged Edge.
We've just signed Falcao. How's that?
Yeah.
I can't turn the negative of Danny Welbeck going into the biggest thing ever, because we've signed the best number 9 in the world. Carry on with the negatives.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well said, Stephen. Adam, do you think we've signed the players we needed to sign?
Yes and no. I think we filled areas like centre mid. We got Herrera and Blind. Centre back we got Rojo, and that's it. Daley Blind can play there as well. But we haven't got that experience that we need. Obviously, Luke Shaw's coming at left back as well. But we lost a lot of experience, as I said, in Rio, Vidic, Evra, Giggs, and we haven't replaced that experience, I don't think.
Okay. Gaz, we've also lost the likes of Kagawa, Hernandez, Zaha. There's so many players that have left. Like, see this picture here? There's Raphael's hiding in the background, Carrick, Robin Van Persie. That's it. So many sort of regular first teamers around Old Trafford have left. Do you think there's a problem of that? It's just a new team now. There's like a bit of soul has ebbed away. Or do you think we've got better players?
This is what David Moyes needs to do, isn't it? Sorry, Gaz.
Adam, ask Gaz.
It's all right. No, it's all right. I don't agree with that. No, I think a few of the players who have left, I'm not necessarily too bothered about leaving. The ones that left a while ago, Vidic and Fernand and Ever, obviously. But going into this transfer window, if you name the positions that we needed, I'd have said we need a centre half, we need a left back, we need a defensive midfielder, and if we're lucky, we'll even get a winger. We've filled all of them positions, and we've got extra with Falcao. So it's good. It's a good bonus.
Okay, Stephen, any negatives in this window for you?
Yeah, massively so. I said last night that we really needed to replace a centre-half with a captain. We've lost Vidic and we've lost Rio. That's 2 club captains, effectively, at the back, and we've replaced them with Rojo, who's a little bit twisted, and I like that. But I think we also needed someone that was a little bit more steady. I disagree with Mac, and I think that Blynn's probably going to play in the middle of the three at the back, and he'll probably be that intelligent sort of captain sort of material. He's not going to shout and bawl at people, but I think he's got almost like a Carrick-esque influence at the back, and he's a good defender. Whether that's going to work with Rojo and Jones, who are a little bit more unhinged, I don't know. I think we also needed that box-to-box, all-action midfielder, and I would have settled for Nigel de Jong all day long yesterday, and we didn't get him. It was kind of mad that we actually did sign Falcao, and I'm not complaining about it, but we could have done with that all-action thug in the middle.
Also, just as an added negative, when I said before I'd say we need a centre-half and a left-back, I would have said that before the window. That's because I didn't realise we were going to start playing with 3 centre-halves at the back. And if I knew that were the case, I'd say we need 2, maybe even 3.
Adam, do you think we had a proper sort of sensible approach in this window and that it worked and there was a plan? Or do you think it was a bit scattergun and we just sort of grabbed at people?
You honestly can't really say without knowing what's going on behind the scenes. Obviously, we know in the past, last summer and in other summers, we haven't acted properly in the transfer market. But we can't really say, because obviously we've had Louis van Gaal saying he's assessing his squad. It only takes 24 hours to sign a player, which he proved with Falcao. I mean, the rumours only started coming through at midnight on transfer window day. So, you know, it's hard to say. Still think Woodward could have done his business earlier. But then again, it's hard to say without knowing what's going on behind the doors, behind closed doors. So can't really comment on that, to be honest.
Okay. Do you think they were the right players for us, though, Falcao and Di Maria?
I think people have been saying, why you splash so much money on a winger and on a striker when you don't need them? The facts are we do need them. And our wingers have been crap for how long? And our strikers, and we've lost 2 in Hernandez and Welbeck. And we've lost Robin van Persie, who's going to have an op. So that's 3 strikers down if Van Persie does have his operation, and which would leave us with Rooney and Wilson. So we need a striker, and we bought the best striker in the world in, and we needed a winger, so we bought the best one available in. Boom.
I love that people care. I don't understand it, though, about how much players cost from any club. Because surely football is entertainment, so the end product is surely all that matters. It's not our money. Who the hell cares how much any club spends? It doesn't make any sense to me. Stephen, do you think there's a negative to be had here in that players like, and I'm not having a go at anybody in particular, Fellaini, Anderson, Young are still at the club, or do you think they could come in handy at times?
I think Fellaini was a massive scapegoat for Moyes last year. And I don't think he's anywhere near as bad as he was made out to be. And I know you can pull up the anti-highlights, if you like, and show some of the shocking things that he did on the pitch, but I could show you the same from Ryan Giggs at times last year. Fellaini will come good as a decent squad player, I think, and he's a decent plan B. He can get in the middle and he can throw them big balls about and he can cause chaos if we need it late in the game. He's not going to be a first choice player. What's that, Matt? Interrupting again?
Throw what around?
In terms of Anderson and Young, Anderson, I'm shocked even managed to get more than a minute this year. And Ashley Young, I'm sure, will be on his bike as soon as another couple of windows have gone round and we've had a chance to filter him out.
Okay, so things have started looking positive. We've just been talking about the future for Marouane Fellaini. Right, this is the end of part 1. We're now entering part 2, where things get very, very exciting.
Then you go Falcao.
Say it again.
Robin van Persie.
Say it again.
It's up there, and it's about time United had something like that. I'm absolutely buzzing for that forward line.